let's look at the topic of team leadership, which is a bit different than leadership in general. In teams, leadership can be either formal or less formal or distributed. In formal leadership, everyone recognizes who the leader is. Maybe the leader was elected, maybe he was appointed or she was appointed, but people know who the leader is. In distributed leadership, no one person is in charge. Maybe nobody's in charge of anything. Maybe certain people are in charge of different aspects of things. But regardless of the leadership structure, teams often suffer because of inadequate leadership. Whether it be formal or distributed, there still might be underperformance in teams because the leadership isn't doing what it should be. What we're going to do is we're going to look at, I think it's Susan Kogler-Hill's team leadership model, which I find to be one of the most useful ways of understanding what teams need. And the basic idea of Kogler-Hill's team leadership model is that all team members may provide leadership actions. It's not just based on the leader. It's not just based on the structure that exists, but everybody can contribute to the leadership as necessary. And we've got this little triangle here of a continuous process. If you're starting down bottom on the left, you evaluate team performance and development. You look at how the team is doing. Is it doing what it's supposed to? Is it going well? And you figure out what's going on, and you monitor what's going on until you decide, it's not going well. Something needs to be done. And then when something is necessary, you can take leadership action. And you do something to fix it, to make things better, to solve a problem. And once you take that action, you start looking at, okay, how's it doing? Do I need to provide any more leadership? Nope, you keep on going until the situation gets to the point where you need to do something again, and then you do it. And so you continually go around in this little loop there, providing leadership when you need to. So, when is intervention necessary? Now, the first decision to make is the team right now characterized by excellence. And there's different standards that you can use, different models that you can use to describe the excellent team. But generally, there's similarities. Does the team have clear goals with high standards? Is it bringing out the best of people to get done what needs to be done? Does it have a structure that's focused on results, that's ensuring that they're doing what needs to get done? Are there skilled team members? Do people have the necessary skills? Do they need training? Do we need new team members? How cohesive is the group? How well are people working together? Are they close to each other? Is there trust? And are we getting the external support from outside of the team that we need to function correctly? So, if all those things are yes, there's no intervention needed. The team's doing really well. Just keep going, doing what you need to do. You don't need to do any type of leadership intervention. But if it's not the case, some type of leadership intervention may be necessary. So the second decision is, if an intervention is necessary, should it be internal or external to the team? So let's talk about externally first. So externally focused leadership actions are necessary if the team's not receiving the support it needs from the organization. If it needs something from the outside, funds, encouragement, direction, something that's the team needs to get that to function correctly. So what are some of the externally focused leadership actions that a team member can do? Well, one is you can share information about what's happening in the team with people outside of the team. That will enable them to respond and perhaps provide what the team needs. You can also advocate for the team. You can argue for something, persuade people to give more resources, to provide the funds for another team member, something like that. You can advocate for the team. You can also defend the team. If the team is receiving criticism from the outside, you can explain why the team did what they did and why their decisions were justified. If they were justifiable, you can defend the team. You can also network and develop connections and relationships and channels of communication so that the team will have better access to resources. And then you can negotiate support. Maybe the person will only give more support to the team if the team can provide more to benefit the person with the resources. So these are all externally focused leadership actions that any member of a team often can do. Let's go back to this question, what type of intervention is necessary? And sometimes, if an internally focused intervention is necessary, we've got decision 3, should it be task or relationship oriented? We can provide task-focused leadership to our team, or we can provide relationship-oriented interventions to our team. So some task-oriented intervention would be help the team focus on goals. Maybe clarifying what their mission is, developing goals, coordinating how to achieve them. Another task-oriented leadership behavior would be adjusting the structure for results, maybe making assignments, responsibility, holding each other accountable. Decision-making, maybe the group needs to make some decisions, or training, getting the training necessary so that the group members have the knowledge, skills, and abilities to do what they're supposed to. So those are types of task-oriented interventions, but you might also see that there's some relationship-oriented interventions that are necessary also, such as conflict management. Or maybe there's some members in the group that have some felt needs. They need emotional support. They need social support. They need solutions to different problems. Perhaps we need to build commitment to the team, have a clearer vision, more time to get to know each other, to understand how each other's work. Or perhaps somebody needs coaching, somebody to come along them and help them achieve the goals and the responsibilities that they're supposed to. So this model of team leadership is really useful because it basically says that any team member can provide leadership actions when they see that there's a need. It might be directed towards the exterior, or it might be directed to the interior of the team, and it can be focused on task-related things or relationship-oriented aspects of the team.